What's up, everybody? This is KingKnown Cleary on YouTube, at KingKnown on Twitter, Quentin KingKnown Cleary on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? At KingKnown on Instagram as well. Alright, man. I'm just going to give it to y'all straight up. The KingKnown Year-End Awards is coming. October 31st at 12 o'clock in the morning. That means on 10:30 at 11:59, y'all motherfuckers better tune in. Okay? Now, I'm going to warn you. The nominees, there will be some snubs. There will be some supreme snubs. Because look at 2015 as a whole. There were a lot of lyricists. I hate to burst bubbles around the world, but I don't think J. Cole is really that much of a lyricist. He has verses that are good. He had his best project this year. I think he's coming into his own as a lyricist, but I don't think like you just say automatic lyricist. No offense, J. Cole could spit, but between Born Center and 2014 Forest Hills, that's when the dude started getting better. Sideline Story, he was hit or miss around that time. Good songs though. He has some good he has a handful of good records. He knows how to craft a great song. But back to the subject at hand, 2015. I closed the polls on Halloween for various reasons. You can't dominate a year in 2 months. You have to go from November of last year to now, to October 31st. That's pretty much my 12 months. You know, the Grammys got a close date. Oscars got a close date. And then another question that begs another question. Why are you doing this? Because I'm bored, I have no life, and I have nothing to do. Is that what y'all motherfuckers really wanted to hear me say? Well, there you go. Why is the ambiance so dark in this video? That was the point of recording it. I don't need that light. I only need the light on the day of the KingKnown Awards, okay? The quality is going to be terrible for this video because I intend on it. And this is pretty much the description of the snubs this year. Because there are a lot of guys who came out with some fire. Too many. I mean, A$AP Rocky, Mac Miller, Tyler to a small extent. The mixing on that album was horrible. Kendrick, Lupe, J. Cole. Who else dropped some fire on that ass? Drake. Meek Mill's album was okay, but we all know that. Oh, Meek Mill. Oh man. I'm still a fan, Meek. I still love. I mean, somebody got to be a loser in this situation. Meek Mill basically went from MVP candidate to not even being mentioned within the same breath. You let Drake basically beat you in a battle and put out 4 diss records towards you to your 1. Ooh. There is no way me, as a person who dillies and dallies in rapping and lyricism and takes, pride in what he writes, there's no way Drake would have been 4 diss songs up on me. Right back at you. I'm going right at fucking Drake. I'm tearing his fucking head off because this is a competitive sport. I don't know if it's Nicki in his ear saying, don't diss Drake, you'll get your career ended. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes in hip-hop. We don't know why Meek has only did 1 diss record. That wasn't even a diss record. That was like a half of a diss record with... Unless, like, Meek comes out with something that's ether level, he's done. Like, you can stick a fork in the kid. I mean, Meek could still rap and come out with hit records and things of that nature. He's got the hit making material. But I'm pretty sure Meek has lost fans because of this shit. And Drake has gained more fans. I mean, the year of 2015, the year of the superstar. 2014, I already explained it last year. 2014 was just DJ Mustard's entire year. No superstar came out with an album. And then we almost had Iggy Azalea take MVP. That's how weak 2014 was. It was that fucking close. What else is there to talk about? And then speaking of Iggy, man, she took a tumble in 2015. Damn. All that gibberish, jibber jabber shit. I mean, Iggy wasn't that great to begin with, but Iggy, I like the first 6 or 7 records on her album. I like the first 5 or 6, some shit like that. Then the rest of the album she should have just released a fucking EP. And that would have been a dope EP. You know, that's just my opinion. A lot of people dislike her because, you know, they figure her to be a white coon, in a sense. I don't blame them. A lot of people got their own opinions to be entitled to. But anyway, back to something with a lot more substance. The rap game. You know, I also have non-hip-hop, meaning R&B. You know what I'm saying? I'd give out awards for that as well. New categories such as, you know, most lyrical album. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be interesting. I mean, the more difficult categories is definitely lyricist of the year, album of the year, MVP, beat of the year. There's a lot of categories this year. I mean, like I said, I'm only doing this as non-biased as possible. I'm not putting personal favorites. Like I said, if I was going to do an awards based on my personal favorites, Future would not be involved, bruh. Like, guys on Future's caliber would not be involved. Fetty Wap wouldn't be mentioned at all. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of Fetty Wap, I mean, you got to give the kid some credit. The dude's first 4 records went top 10 on the Billboard. That's amazing for a D- MC. It's not bad. We don't know what the fuck Fetty Wap is. That dude is like from another planet with the one eye and the funny Scooby-Dooby-Doo voice, sounding like I Love McConan and Future rolled up into one. I mean, personally, I will never pick the Trap Queen song on my iPod and play it unless I'm DJing a party, because women love that song. They'll get their ass up, shake their ass to that motherfucking Trap Queen. My Way is okay. Again is his best song. 679 is hot ass, but people love it. People like this shit. It's amazing. I mean, Big Sean's a sleeper. Lupe Fiasco's a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? Rookie of the Year is going to be interesting. Mike Will, Ray Shremmerd. I mean, it depends on... A lot of people have different opinions, though. And some people will take this as an opinion. It's fine. But I try to keep my picks, and I try to do my research, and then I try to mix it together with all the elements that they have done this year, the maintaining of the consistency whatsoever, you know? But I try to keep it as non-biased as possible, because there's 2 different sides to my opinions. There's my non-biased opinion, and there's my biased opinion. I mean, if my bias was in it, I'd say give every award to Kendrick, Dr. Dre, and Eminem. That'd be biased. I mean bias, my bad. Why the fuck I put the T in there? But anyway, man, I'm going to conclude this video on this note. KingKnown Year-End Awards coming October 31st, 12 a.m. The nominees portion. And then in November, I'll pick the day. Random day in November. I'm not even going to give the date. I'm just going to do an evaluation for maybe about a couple of weeks to actually see who wins. And then I will post the video. More than likely, we're looking at the first week in November, but I'm not going to give no date. Could be second week. You don't know. But this is a warning shot, people. I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe out there, motherfucker.